Hey folks, back with another little video. This time I want to show my insulation setup for the hammock for when I'm out camping. Both items are from Hammock Gear. Great cottage vendor. I've been using them for a couple of years. Well, the Incubator underquilt I've had for a while, and most recently I just bought the Burrow top quilt to match it, and as well I got their down hood. So as you can see right now, everything is in these large white kind of laundry bags, so you don't compress the down when you're storing it, and that's usually the way they live, and that's actually the way I transport them to the campsite too. I don't really compress them very much, but I will show you the compression bags, and let's pop them out of there and have a closer look. I'm going to start with my old friend, the Incubator. So the Incubator is an underquilt meant to go on the outside of the hammock. I'm sure you've seen it before. I just want to give a closer look at it. So this is, like I said, Hammock Gear's Incubator model. This is the Econ version. They also do a premium version of it. This one is Econ 0 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 18 Celsius. And I've had 4 ounces of overstuff added to this unit, which has to account for at least a couple of degrees. So I always tell people it's good for about minus 20 degrees Celsius. They came with Night Eyes beaners, which I just had in my hand. Here it is. They came with some Night Eyes carabiners. I think they were Night Eyes. They were plastic, basically just like this. They broke very fast. So I upgraded to some nice Night Eyes carabiners, S-beaners, and they seem to work great. The other end of it here has all the suspension kind of gathered up here. So we have the ability to cinch the opening. Let's see if I can get a better view. Here we go. So there's a draft collar inside here, like a doubled up layer that runs right around each opening on either end. We have a cinch through here that lets us cinch the entire opening shut or open. We also have suspension that runs the full length of the blanket, which lets me move it forward and backwards. And there's another set of suspension that lets me lift it up and down. So between being able to lift it up and down, center it up on the hammock, and close up both ends, you're able to seal in, or conversely open it up and give yourself a little venting, which I did the other night actually. So yeah, works really good, very versatile. You can also fold it out into a flat blanket, just another thing I'd never do, but you can. And what else is there to mention? There's a head end and a foot end. It has a taper and a little step where it comes up to meet your legs. But that is the 0 degree Hammock Incubator from 2020. Let's have a look at the Burrow. Alrighty, so very new to me is Hammock Gear's Burrow. Same deal. It's the exact same material. It's a 20 Den material on both the Burrow and the Incubator. 0 degrees. Oh, where's it? It is Econ 0, minus 18. 4 ounces of overstuff, minus 20. So yeah, matching top quilt is the Burrow. Sewn in foot box. We got a sewn in foot box. Let me flip it over. So yeah, sewn in foot box. Sewn all the way to here. Right here on the weak point, we have a little gusset that kind of adds a bit of strength so you don't rip it open. Also, you might notice clip, another clip, a third clip, and a little snap on the corners at the very top of the opening. If I come around to the other side, we have a strap attached right here that has another clip right here. So the idea is, once you're in here, you bring this clip over to this buckle and click up. And you can help keep it in around yourself. You can also move that to here if you want, or here if you want. These other two, there's an attachment set, ground pad attachment kit that has rubber bands basically that goes around your sleeping pad. If you choose to go to ground, you can attach this thing to a sleeping pad. But this, I really dig, gotta say. Once you're in there, you basically cinch this around your neck, pull in the drawstring, click the thing around behind you. You're gonna want a demo, aren't you? It's hot, I'll do a demo. All right, let's see if we can do this quick. Okay, so first thing we're gonna put the foot box, which is super roomy. Lots of space inside. And the easier way I've found to do this is just keep yourself out like a normal, and you can use this like a blanket. Then we just bring the snap together. You throw it over my head. Alright. And then if I reach over here, I've got my strap right here. I'm just going to pass it underneath myself. Grab it with the other hand. And find the connector. Plug it in. There we go. So now we got the tuck in. And right in the center, right here in the middle, there's a bit of shot cord with a quick lock that lets me pull the neck in snug as a bug in a rug. And loosen that neck a little tiny bit. There we go. There we go. Hoi hoi. So if I want to get out, I'm not in a sleeping bag. Got hands. Had to get out and do something. Tuck myself back in and the strap pulls everything back in. If I turn, you'll see we're still tucked in nice on the back here. Turn over on the side. I'm gonna roll that over in the middle of the night. Roll over to the other side. We got this action. Keeps it nice and warm on the back. No openings. Unless you want an opening. If I want an opening, I can let this clip go. Just like that. Yeah, have an opening. I could get my feet out. If I wanted to do that. Oh, I'm not that acrobatic. Here we go. Get the soap back in. And like I said, we can always pop open the cinch cable and pop open my snap and essentially have a normal blanket. Figured instead of putting it back in its normal sack, let's put it in this 8.5 liter stuff sack. I'm going to start with the foot end, scrunch her down a little, and then once you get it started, like any stuff sacking, once you get it started, it goes. There we go. And again, in there neat and tidy, and lots of room to further compress if you wanted to. So cool. One more piece to show from Hammock gear. This one is not so cleverly named as the others. Doesn't have as fancy of a label. We have the Burrow top quilt, the Incubator under quilt, and down hood. Yeah, somebody who ever named their products stayed home this day, but anyway, down hood, not just a clever name, that is what it is, a down hood. Like most things, not a lot of padding on the back, everything is on the front. This little thing here is like a pillow on itself. This is crazy. Same thing, 0 degree rating, 20 denier, shell inside, outside, olive green on the outside, black on the inside. Basically the matching kit. I know y'all want to see how this goes on. I got some strings right here. I'll try and show while we're doing it on camera here. So let's see. So the first thing I found to do with this thing, get to the bottom, find the opening, find the strings. Okay, it's a shock cord with a little cord lock on it. Basically, we're going to take these and use these as arms, like that. And then we're going to pop the head in, like that. Get my arms down underneath. Get my arms down underneath. Now, I found the best. Just come to the back. Start with this guy. And that. Just going to pull everything in all the way around here. Right, next, I got 2 more shock cords right here. And if I pull these out, where'd you go? Okay. All right, so we can cinch down the... Still breathe. Can't see. All right, so we got that. Again, like I said, right here on the front. Oh, this is so crazy. But also, once we lock this down, we've got a great little channel here for the for when the underquilt goes, or top quilt, sorry, when the Burrow top quilt goes around. I click that behind, cinch down the top quilt, it locks in here. I can still turn around and move. I don't have my eyes open. Where are we? There we go. All right. And yeah. Sorry. Holy crap, that's hot. Again, extreme winter gear, not summer or indoor sleeping. There you go. The down hood from Hammock Gear. Whew, warm. So yeah, I guess the main thing I want to get across in this video is why Hammock Gear? Bang for the buck. Super quality equipment, half the price of just about everybody else on the market. No compromises. I mean, this great 800 fill power duck down. It's great quality 20 denier taffeta, I think it is. Shipping time is great. You know, I mean, they're a cottage vendor from the US. I mean, they are everything they should be, half the price of everybody else. I looked at all the other competitions. I'll not name names, but basically just let me suffice it to say, for getting into this, for getting started, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. The new thing has the new bag has a cool, oh my God. Tells all the different options. The Burrow, the Phoenix Burrow is a top quilt. The Phoenix is a partial underquilt, and the Incubator is a full-length underquilt. You can choose 3 different fill powers. I went with 800. DWR treatment. I went with 4 ounces overfill. And I went with wide, I went with long, I went with sewn, and I went with 0. So yeah. There you go, folks. Like I said, as the weather drops now, we're coming out of September into October. November, December, we'll get some camping trips out and use this in its happy environment in the freezing cold. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Bye.